Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Life Unfiltered with me, Jax Van Rooyen. It's been a quick beat since my last episode. What has not happened in the last 3 weeks. There is so much to talk about. I don't even know if we'll get through all of it, but I have turned 39, so I celebrated my 39th birthday. That was really amazing. I also have had COVID again, which was not as amazing. I'm busy recovering now. And when I say I've had COVID, I want to make it clear I didn't go get tested, because what is the point? There is nothing you can do about it. However, I did have COVID and was tested positive. I know what that feels like. This was the big C. Holy moly, that was not fun. I have had the craziest work schedule. Our city is turning 200. We're celebrating our 200th year, which is phenomenal. And I'm involved in that campaign, which is just launched, which was also just so reactive and lastminute.com, but we don't say no to opportunities. It's been crazy. I have had my first supporting actress role in a short film. That was all in the last 2-3 weeks, guys. In the last 2-3 weeks, this is what's happened. I was away on a Christian silent retreat. That was epic. I was going to have my first vocal solo showcase in our student showcase, but unfortunately with this COVID thing, I was just way too sick. Actually, I originally thought it was like laryngitis because I lost my voice, and the cough and the chest thing was so bad, but I couldn't sing. And I was going to do Nora Jones, Don't Know Why, and Praise by Brandon Lake, but we'll have to wait for next year for that to be one of my, firsts for the year. So many cool things have happened. I am tomorrow in the wrap-up session with the Presidential eThekwini working group, to see, what's happened. Just a temperature check, where we are, what's been happening. Was invited to that session. It's a Teams meeting. I'm just saying, guys. I don't even know if we filmed. I was at the Trade and Investment Conference. I haven't filmed since then, right? Attended the actual presidential dinner. Wow. So much has happened. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. I made a decision, I don't know, it wasn't in the beginning of this year. I think it was beginning or towards the middle of last year, when I decided that I was just going to live. I generally am not the kind of person to be bound by the stories other people are generally bound by. No, I hope you follow. So I generally, if you live in a world where XYZ is your truth, and this is how things are always done, and this is just the way the world works, I'm not bound by those rules. I've never operated like that. It's my natural disposition to be like, okay, cool, that's true for you, but I'm just going to try anyway, right? So that's my precursor. That's my little disclaimer here. So that's already my natural disposition. And towards the middle of last year, I decided that I was going to 10x this. I want the best. I want everything. I want everything out of life that I can have. I want to live life to the full. God promises that those who love him will have life abundantly. I'm really hacking the verse. I will get it. It's a proper thing that he promises. We will have life to the full and have it abundantly. Something like that. Oh, Christians, do not come after me. Fellow Christians, don't come after me. Anyway, and so I worked really hard on fashioning what my 10 principles are for extraordinary living. Like, if I was going to live my very best life, what are the 10 principles that would need to be true, that I would need to stand on, live out, eat, breathe? Like, what are those things that need to be true for me every single day in order for me to really manifest an extraordinary life? And I spent so much time figuring out what those 10 principles are for me. And I'd codified it, and I repeat them every single day, and Lily repeats them every single day. And I started the process of repeating and getting it into my DNA last year. And now at the end of 2024, when I look at my life, I'm getting to act, I'm getting to engage in incredible circles professionally. I'm getting to do work that excites me. I was asked by someone I respect to head up the Women's Leader Network next year in our area, and that falls under the Global Leadership Summit. That is an organization that I have adored for a decade. More than a decade. I have gone to the GLS for more than a decade. And the Women's Leaders Network falls under the Global Leadership Network, and I was asked to lead a cohort here. Come on now. But it's because I made a conscious decision to contend for an extraordinary life. Do you think that at my age, 39, to be getting on stage for the first time to sing is not terrifying? Or to put myself out there? I am not the skinniest chick in the area, okay? To go and act, to go and audition for roles, to go and put myself out there. Sorry, let me just get this little car light. It's not working. Okay, guys, I just deal with the lighting. Oh, that's terrible lighting. I'm gonna just do this like this. It's better. Like that's not. It takes something to put myself out there, to go and do that, right? To say yes to business opportunities where I feel like, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? But I know that there is an anointing and a calling on my life that God has put in me. There is the gifts that He has given me are not for me. They are through me. And I don't have the luxury of saying no to the right opportunities that He is calling me into. Because what I have is not for me, it's through me for others. Does that make sense? And I think that once I got that and I started living that out, my life started taking on a completely different flavor. And it's I sit here in this, I'm recording this on the 5th of December, and I am literally walking in the awe and wonder and the splendor of what God's doing in my life. I get to act, I get to sing, I get to be creative, I get to engage with global organizations, I get to play in the space of unlocking potential in others, I get to problem solve with organizations and clients. And I get to do this as a business consultant that has the freedom and flexibility to be at my daughter's final grade 3 assembly this morning and see her say goodbye to junior primary and usher in, senior primary. That's not nothing. That's not nothing. And that doesn't happen by default. That doesn't just happen, guys. We don't fall, no one falls into an extraordinary life. No one just falls into the stuff. We decide what we want. We decide what it's going to take to get there, and we contend for it. And the rest is up to the Father to sort out. Or, if you don't believe, the universe, if you want to call him something else. I'll make it easy for you. And so it's been remarkable. And again, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have moments of COVID or exhaustion or, illness or struggle or any of that. Like, life is still life. That kind of stuff takes on a different meaning. It takes on a different texture. It takes on a different flavor completely, because it's framed against the context of the spectacular. And you have an appetite to deal with it. And so I just really wanted to encourage you. We're heading into December. For a lot of people, it's a season of rest. So take this opportunity, rest. But in your rest, reflect. What do you want? If you want an extraordinary life, what does it mean? What does it mean to have an extraordinary life? What are the things? Be specific. What are the very specific things that you need to do to contend for that extraordinary life? Don't make the list long. 5, 10. Well, 5 or 10 principles that that if you're living those things out daily, that will create that extraordinary life over time. Codify it. Contend for it. And watch over time as that life starts to unfold around you. It is an incredible thing to behold when you start seeing it happen, guys. I cannot wait for what next year holds. I can't wait for 40, man. This is ridiculous. I just can't wait. This is so much fun, And a week from now, my daughter and I are jumping on a hot air balloon for her 9th birthday. And then we're going to celebrate Christmas together, she and I, and we're going to do some beach time, because we decided that experiences are more important than things. And so, because that's part of the principles we've codified. And that's what we contend for. What are you contending for? Decide and fight. And watch it will unfold. And when it does, your toes are gonna curl with the joy that it brings you. It's really fun. It's really fun. So namaste. Namaste. It's been a ride. I'm so sorry I haven't been consistent over the last 3 weeks. The corona, she has got me good. That's not an excuse, but I'm gonna use that ticket. Okay, I'm gonna use that ticket now. I will be back in the saddle. I am back in the saddle. Just wanted to share that with you guys. There's been some really magical stuff. I'm very aware of the fact that it's not by accident. It's got nothing to do with luck. It's God's grace, his provision, his providence, and it's because I decided this is what extraordinary looks like for me. These are the principles that are going to help me get there, and I've contended, and it's unfolding as it should. Go for it. You've got nothing but time on this earth. You might as well spend it doing something absolutely worthwhile. See you next week.